Hi Aquarius, welcome to Tarot-blee Accurate. Happy to have you. So it's become apparent to me that some of you are just really in need of a reading of this nature. So we're going to get back to the regular reading soon. We're going to do love readings next, and then per the Facebook vote, which thank you for participating in, we will do the stop, drop, and roll readings next. So thanks also, as long as we're giving thanks for all of your likes, your shares, for all of your comments, all of your positivity, well wishes, for all of your private readings, for subscribing to my channel. You're the reason why I do these, and also the reason why sometimes we go like this and we do different things because, you know, I genuinely care about how your life turns out, and that's why I do this in the first place. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Maslow's Pyramid and with the psychologist Abraham Maslow, he had this idea, right, where our lives are kind of like a pyramid, right, as far as our emotions go and everything. So until we meet our needs on the bottom, we can't meet, you know, our needs at the top, which we want to work to get to the top, to be our best self, to just like radiate love and joy and happiness, like as Buddhists would say, like enlightenment, right? Like where everything's just wonderful and fantastic and we're easygoing and our life is great. But in order to do that, we have to worry about things at the bottom, like having oxygen, food, water, shelter. Then before we can even start worrying about like drawing in a mate or having self-esteem or confidence or getting respect from other people and, you know, being a good deeder, a good deed doer. Anyway, that's the point. So some of you are going to come in to this reading on different levels of the pyramid. And sometimes in our life we go up the pyramid a couple steps and then we go down one or two and then back up to the top. You can come in anywhere. But the point is that it's never a bad idea to reinforce those bottom aspects. So I'm going to try to help you do that with tarot today. So what is it that Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising could use some help with on the physiological level? That's the first level, okay? Like I said, your food, water, having sex, like getting enough sleep, that sort of thing. What do we have for you? Okay, so first things first, you got to stop thinking about what you don't have and think about what it is that you do have and be thankful for that so that you don't lose that too, okay? Then, same thing. If you didn't get what I just said, I'm saying it again. Don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have. What are your assets? What's great about you? What's wonderful about you? What's wonderful about your situation? Not what's shit about it. What's great about it? I would try to use the law of attraction to draw more in. Gratitude journal would be great right now. Really give thanks for the things that are good, right? The things we always take for granted, like the fact that we even woke up in the morning, that we do have oxygen, that we did get some sleep. Maybe we didn't get enough sleep, but we had a place to sleep. We had an opportunity to sleep, that kind of a thing. Like, you know, maybe our health's not perfect, but there's things that are not going wrong with our bodies, that kind of a thing, okay? That's where you need to be coming in on this physiological level. Then the next level is your safety. So this is your day-to-day safety, feeling safe to express yourself to other people, your day-to-day life, your stability, having a job, having a place to live, things like that. This is also your health, maybe a little bit more than the physiological. It just kind of depends on your situation. And like I said, people move up and down through these pyramids all the time. So again, right here, once you've decided to give thanks for the things that are great, okay? Or for the things that are okay, the things that are good. Then it's saying here to really focus on what it is that you desire, what it is that you want, so you can attract that into your life, and that's going to make you feel more safe and stable and sturdy in your day-to-day life. But this is a very emotional type of thing. Like, what makes you feel emotionally safe? You know, because also going back to that last card there, did you see all of the water? So it's very much about emotions. And now we have the Queen of Cups. So, like, do you feel emotionally safe? If you don't, then you need to take a step back and figure out, okay, what can you do to reinforce your physiological safety And then how can you feel more emotionally safe? Do you have to cut people out of your life that make you feel unsafe, that make you feel like it's not okay to share what you're feeling and what you're thinking? Do you have to cut people out of your life that make you feel worthless and wreck your self-esteem? Like abusive relationships, toxic relationships? I'm kind of feeling that for some of you. Now, that's not going to be the case for all of you, right? But you have to realize, what is it that makes you feel emotionally secure, and bring more of that into your life and discard the rest. So if you haven't watched the video on cutting cords of attachment, that would be a good one for you. You don't have to. I mean, there's tons of information on how to cut cords of attachment, but you really want to draw in more of the positive emotions so that you can feel safe in feeling what you're feeling. Now, this card jumped out as a challenge, saying, you know, if you have put that hard work in there and you've cut out the crap and you're in touch with what it is that you truly want and you're focused on it, then it's saying that you have made the investment here, okay? You've paid for what's coming to you. This is like a very karmic card. Like, he said, you know what? I put energy into this and I earned it. And so now I'm just waiting for my earnings to show up for the things that I invested in. You know, like, this guy, he bought something and it's coming on the boat, and he can see the boat and he knows that it's close, so he's going to hope and focus on his hope and his desires. You know, he's going to hope that everything comes in one piece and that it's wonderful and it's what he ordered and what he paid for. And he can see that it's coming in as close, but it's not quite there yet, so just stay focused on your hopes and stay positive, okay? Now, moving on to the next part is love and belonging, okay? So how can we work on this area of our life? How can we reinforce it? Self-love is going to be really important. Do what you need to so that you can, and this is almost skipping a step, you know, going up to esteem. But it's just saying, you know, taking care of yourself. You can show others love and take care of them, nurture and foster them, but we're going to jump down 2 steps to your physiological needs and say that if you're overexerting yourself and you're not caring for yourself first and doing what it is that makes you happy and feel good about yourself and showing your self-love, you don't have very much left in the tank to give to other people, okay? So that's kind of the message right here for you as far as love and acceptance and belonging goes. You shouldn't have to wait too long. You know, you shouldn't have to wait forever for someone to reciprocate. So if they're just not taking way too long, then get rid of them. Cut them out. Same thing here. Relationships are never easy, okay? But they shouldn't be so much work that they break your back. So you have to love yourself enough to cut people, circumstances, things out of your life that make you feel like that, okay? Now, last thing here, try to see things from a different perspective. Try to free yourself from things that no longer serve you. See things from a different angle. Sometimes we're so narrow focused. Sometimes we're looking at things one way so hard and we can't see the way out. Okay? But once we tip our heads entirely upside down, we're like, oh my gosh, that's so easy. Okay? Moving on then to esteem. So this is our confidence. This is our self-esteem. This is respecting others and having others respect us and like really feeling a sense of achievement. So how do we get there? Now this is where they're getting a little sticky. I'm going to just reshuffle them for you. This is Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There must be a lot to say here. Or maybe it's just there's something very specific to say here. Oh, okay, yeah, it's this card for sure. Change. This is about change. This is about, you know, sometimes things that are not stable, that are not sturdy, have to crumble down so new, better things can be built in their place. And so if you're allowing things to kind of crumble to build something new or better, if you're embracing change at this time, I'm sorry for my voice, like, in my face. I've been really sick the last few days. I feel better now, but it doesn't sound that way. Anyway, if you're allowing that, if you're allowing things to kind of just explode and fall apart so that new, better things can come, you are respecting yourself. You're going to have more confidence as a result of going through this. People are going to look at you with respect. And they're going to say, you know what, that was really, really hard for them. But they did it, they achieved, and wow, isn't it amazing how that paid off for them? Remember with that card, with the Three of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in, like making an investment and just trusting that it's coming and it's going to pay off, that's you, okay? So I feel like some of you, this is like relationship-wise, like breaking up or leaving a job, just big, big, big changes that are coming, but just knowing that it's the right thing, you know? That's how you're going to gain respect for yourself and confidence and trust. But it's saying, you know, try to see it that way. Try to tip your head upside down and not see it as a fucking catastrophe. See it as a blessing. See it as something that, didn't we start this reading with the Five of Cups? Where it's like focus on the good in every situation, what is still there, not what's lost. What is there is a lesson learned. It's knowledge that you take forward. It's closing. It's like that death card, like closing one door entirely so something new and better and brighter can come in its place. Being thankful for what you've learned so that you don't make the same mistakes again, so that you can learn to love yourself more was another important piece of this reading for you. So that's how you do it, okay? Then getting on to that last part, self-actualization. You know, and this is where you just have like a good moral compass. Like, you know the difference between right and wrong now. Like, you're feeling creative, inspired, you're spontaneous, you're more adventurous, your heart is open, you're more willing to be a philanthropist. And, like, this is where altruism comes from. Some people say it doesn't exist, but it does. It's, you know, not having prejudices or bias, like, accepting things as they are and just, you know, exuding love and light energy regardless. So how do we get there? Well, that's kind of strange, right? It's like, this is what you're waiting for. This is how we started, right? Saying we put all this work in and we're just waiting. And this is saying this is where everything comes. This is, once you open your heart, like everything, all of these blessings that you've earned, all of these karmic things that you've gone through, like, holy moly, they come to you. Like, you have to open your heart, though, to be able to receive them. Open your heart, open your eyes, open your arms. To be open. You have to be open to change. You have to be open to things being unpredictable and sometimes unstable and just be able to go with the flow. And that's about that, you know, area of spontaneity and things like that. To get here, you have to, how do I describe this? It's like you have to make sure that you're not fighting the wrong battles, that you're not trying to say, I'm right, just for the sake of being right, even if you know that you are. It's to have like a bigger heart than that. It's to, you know, like if it's not that big of a deal, if nobody's going to live or die over something, let people just go with their thoughts and like appease them sometimes. Like you don't, I guess what I'm saying is pick your battles, okay? Because you can lead by example. Like when your heart is open and glowing and radiating, people want to be more like you and then they become more like you. Does that make sense? They emulate you. So it's saying, you know, still go ahead and speak your truth and be honest and do what's right for you. But if somebody else is doing something different, you don't have to call them out on that, I guess. Does that make sense? Because that's going to block you from getting there. And what's our last little piece of wisdom here? It says your luck is changing. Things are changing for the better. So if you have not yet gone through that tower in the esteem part, once you do, your luck changes, okay? This is just like a positive reminder saying that everybody goes through hardships, but after that, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what this is saying, okay? This is like good luck, good fortune. Everything's going great. Okay, so if you would like some personal guidance, you can reach out to me. All of my contact information is in the description box below. But otherwise, I'll see you soon for love readings and stop, drop, and roll readings. Bye. Mwah.